Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Caught near the sideline, it's Cooper.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Fires to the big fella. He's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Offense scoops it up and still going. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they got the ball back.
One thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
At the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. Won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Tate. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet high soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Power football with the run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when the guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's speedy. The ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Unloads quickly. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. There's the pressure. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play. And there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves. But that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep
looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. He's going up top. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
He's looking to pass. Rush is on him. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point gain.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Using his feet to buy time. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Right down the gut of the field. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball in the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got 12 trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Heaves it deep. He's got it for a big play. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. The option look. The ball squirts free.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snags it inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So now it's 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air, it's Mendoza. He unleashes a long one. It's caught. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Donaldson. It's a seam wide open. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a play the defense absolutely... to have. They've given up some big plays in this 1st half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the 1st half ends.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Oh, will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the 2nd half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
To throw, it's Sayin. He's got an open man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum, get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football.
Oh, out of space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as they...
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Cooper. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Bringing the heat. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes a grab for a big play. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He's got him. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Finds his big tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. He's got it down the middle. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to throw on 3rd. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The screen, he can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snagged out of the air. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
On the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Fires it incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He wants it all. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now that the team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Mendoza. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Phoebe. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Mendoza. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. After the filthy move, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.